Hey everyone, welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. This is round 4 of Rental Kart League Racing out at Dallas Karting Complex. This is an 18-lap final in the heavies class. I am starting 5th. In the last video there was some threat of rain, but the rain clouds dissipated and went a different direction. So this is a dry race. Looking for a good start here. In kart 26 in front of me, that is Kart Rage. Green flag, we get a really good start, and we get into 3rd place by the end of the straightaway. We'll take a look behind us and see if everyone else can make it through. Turn 1, and they do. Then we'll have another look behind us again to see all the karts going through this series of turns. Pretty cool shot, I think. So we've got Justin in the lead and Kart Rage in kart 26, and of course I'm in 3rd. I had kart 26 in last month's pre-final race, and it was not a very strong kart, but you can tell here they're kind of pulling away from me a little bit, so I think they changed the engine on that one. It seems to be running pretty fast, and given they're pulling away from me, that's not a good sign for me. So we'll see how this race plays out. That is Jake in the 17 kart right behind me. Jake finished 3rd place overall in points. I think it was the year before last. It could have been last year. I'm not really sure. But he's an experienced driver. He's a clean driver, and I do like racing with him because he, again, for those 2 reasons, he's an experienced and a clean driver. And he will work with you as well. Which, we'll cue it up right here. You'll see he is right behind me there, just pushing me down the straightaway instead of trying to race me. He's trying to work with me to catch Kart Rage and Justin. And right there going on turn 1, you see kind of backs off just a little bit. In the last race I had someone pushing me and they stayed on my bumper entering turn 1 and pushed me out a little wide, I called it a Bristol bump and run. Jake knows to back off just a little bit entering the turn. So Justin and Kart Rage are not getting away from me too far, but they're building a lead there. Given the amount of bumping I'm getting from Jake behind me, I know that he's in a faster kart. I don't know how much longer he's going to work with me. I do anticipate he will just go around me at some point. He has a look there, but he's out of position. I kind of throw my hands up in the air saying, hey, this is all I've got. And Kart Rage having looks on Justin is kind of slowing them down a little bit, looks like. And in the turns, I'm able to kind of keep up with them as far as not letting the distance open up too much. See the shadow to the inside. Jake says, okay, man, I'm going to go around you. And I agree with that. I said I'm going to line up and I'm going to work with him now. Real important there. You saw that he has a faster kart than I do. And he didn't try me in some other turns where he probably could have passed me. He waited to pass me on the straightaway. That way he didn't slow himself up one bit. And as a byproduct, he didn't slow me down as well, which I know he's not really concerned about me, but more so for him. If he would have passed me during a turn, he could have pulled it off, but he would have slowed himself down and me down as well. It's best if you have a faster kart just to pick him off in the straightaway when you're going in a straight line and you don't have to take a weird line or do anything else. You can see the other karts making a run on me. Here's kart 14. Really good kart in the fleet, really fast kart. And kart 30 right behind him, or me rather, which is now next to me. That I think is the fastest kart in the fleet. Everyone that gets kart 30 seems to do pretty well in the races. Now that doesn't mean that you can put anyone in kart 30 and they're going to win the race. That's not true. You do have to kind of know what you're doing. Because I've seen people get a really fast kart and they finish in the back of the pack because they just weren't really experienced racers. And you see the white helmet, that is Tommy right there. Wow, really makes up a lot of ground on me. In kart 7, and again, kart 7 was probably a Williams in the fleet of karts, and now it's turned into a Red Bull or a Ferrari. Thing looks really strong. I'm driving probably, I'm not in a Williams because this kart's not a Williams. It's probably an Alpine or something like that. maybe an AlphaTauri. A little bit of a gap opened up behind me there. So the thing, Justin made a really good point as far as the karts go. When I was talking to him the other day, when we had the full track, this is a modified track, so we're doing some new construction. So we're running we used to run 12-lap final on the full track. So you only hit that straightaway 12 times. So if you have a strong kart with a strong engine, you only get 12 opportunities to really capitalize on, you know, the asset that you have of having a good engine. Well, now that we have half the track, they almost double, or they add a lot more laps to the race. So now instead of having just 12 chances, you have 18 chances now to let your kart do what it's best at doing, which is going fast in a straight line, because it's got a better engine than some of the other ones. And again, I'm not trying to dog the karts or nothing. I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say it again if you're a brand new viewer. These are rental karts, meaning that the general public drives these karts every day, and it's impossible to keep the karts the same. You just can't do it. You'd have to work on them constantly and never let anyone drive them except rental kart racers. They're not going to do that. We don't expect them to. So we come out here and we get what we get. So we'll have another look. You saw a big gap behind me and a big gap ahead of me there. Behind me there's a big gap behind me before. Now you see it's kind of closing down. It's Tommy making a good run back at me. See the pack of 5 karts ahead of me. I would really love to be in that mix there, trying to get ahead in the order. I just have not had good luck this year with karts so far as which one I get. I did have a pretty good kart the last race, but as you saw, there was some pretty rough racing in the pre-final and just kind of held me up. I wasn't able to break free from anyone and kind of track down the leaders. And here's Tommy pointing at his engine saying, thumbs up, it's a good engine. And you see me, what I think about that engine Tommy has on his kart. Kind of funny there. I wasn't mad. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to hear about your good engine. This is what I think about it. All in good fun, though. And again, Kart 7 was a Williams probably last month and all year long. Now look at it. It's strong. So you never know what you're going to get. Now it would be fun if they had the bus stop, a little chicane down the straightaway. They can't put that in there because the timing is not working in that part of the track if we go off the straight. We have done it in the past, but it would be cool if we did that, because you have to take that a certain way to keep your speed up, and I think that would help neutralize some of the kart speed on some of these karts. You can see how far Tommy and everybody else pulled away from me. Pretty far gap ahead of me. Now I am talking to Justin on the headset. I think he's still in the lead, or he's up there. I had to disconnect everything from the GoPro because I thought we were looking at the radar prior to the race, and like I said, looked like it was going to rain, and I didn't want to try to take a chance and have the equipment out exposed, where if it got wet it could short out and ruin the equipment. So I just decided to unplug everything and keep it safe. And you see a big gap behind me there, so I should be safe, but you want to stick around for this one. See the smoke there, and some nice tire burn there. You want to stick around for the end of this one. There's a little controversy at the end. I do want to show you something. I had a disagreement with another driver, and I'm going to let you see it in real time. That we're going to go back and look at it in slow motion and still shot, stuff like that, and kind of look at it and see what went on there. So it's a little boring just driving by yourself, but I'm trying to still go as fast as I can and just hold on to 7th place. I'm not sure where I'm at in points. I know I'm top 10. I'm probably 5th or 6th overall in points. And it's still early in the season, so I can still make a run for the championship. I just have to try to have good finishes. All right, we'll have a look behind us. And you see that's Brennan there and says hello. Watch what happens here. A little bump there. He gets pissed off at me. I don't know why he's pissed off at me. He should be right behind me or inside. He goes around me there, asks for some work, some help, and I'm going to work with him. And the driver behind him in the bright green or yellow, whatever you want to call it, helmet. I don't know his name, but he races a lot with us, and he's a very clean driver and a good racer, but we may have a little bit of an issue at the end of the race with some lines that are taken, so you may want to stick around. See him right there behind me. Last lap. It's making a run. Now there's a yellow flag going to the corner. You can't pass. See the shadow to the inside there. It's like there's no way you're down there. Well, he took a look, but he rode the curb to avoid an accident there, which was the correct thing to do. Now this is the end of the race here. Just a few more corners left. I want you to watch what happens. Getting ready to come onto the straightaway for the final time and take the checkered flag. I'm going to look over my shoulder. I see someone there. Come onto the straightaway. I position my kart here. I feel some bumping, so I move to the inside and give him room. Didn't expect anyone to be out there, and we're going to look behind us and see the backwards view. And you can tell right there he's not very happy with me. So let's run this back and take a look. I see him back there. Here's the rule. If he's 50% or more up my kart on the outside or the inside, but in this case the outside, I've got to give him room and give him a line on the outside to take. If he's not 50% up, I can go all the way to the top if I want to. It's up to me. So we're going to run this through in slow motion right there. We got a faint left right here, and you can see to the right he's not 50% up my kart. So I can exit wide and put my kart anywhere I want to. I decide to put it right there and establish my line, and he happens to be out there. And when I realize it, I do give him room to the inside. I don't have to do that. The rule is once I've established my line, I get one more move. So let's say that he wanted to go to the inside of me if he was right behind me. I can drop down to the bottom and block him one time, but I can't move from there. He was upset because he thought that I tried to push him off the track. I've already explained the rule, and my take is if you've got a run on somebody entering the straightaway and you're trying to pass them on the outside and you're not halfway up their kart, you're taking a gamble if that person's going to let you and give you room on the outside, because they're probably just going to take their normal line, and if you happen to be out there, you're going to go for a ride in the grass, and that looks like it's kind of what happened there. Now, we both talked about it after the race, and I do appreciate he was really cool and sensible about it, and I hope that I gave him the same respect that he gave me. But we chatted about it, had a disagreement about it, but it was just a racing incident. That's my point of view, how I see it based on the rules. Thanks for watching this one. I appreciate it as always, and I'll see you on the next one. Y'all take it easy.